Welcome, beautiful souls, and thank you for pressing play, for your energy present here, and for your willingness to be lovingly carried into your next chapter. This is Cancer energy with a supportive message for our divine feminine within. I'm Pauline Marie, and on my channel I share grounded, embodied teachings drawn from lived experience. This channel is about remembering who you are beneath the noise, so you can flow through life with clarity, meaning, and alignment. Let's call these energetic tune-ups. Each week we'll explore a fresh cosmic download from my spirit team, and by weaving archetypes, animal wisdom, planetary alignments, Sabian symbols, and guidance from an oracle deck I created called the Living Octaves, we will explore the current. And this week's current is under the energy of the new moon, expressing from her inner home. So stay till the end for a unique blessing from the waters in Kuan Yin that will amaze you. Let's dive in. So the new moon in Cancer offers an emotional reset. It's rather than a call to any immediate action. This lunation acts as a cosmic pause button, inviting us to step away from striving and return to the sanctuary of our inner home. I have been feeling this, and maybe you have as well, where things started to renew and manifest, right? Action started to create from even my intentions, and now there's a pause. It's like the action is having us hit this pause button. So with the moon in her own sign of Cancer, this is the archetypal mother. She's calling us back into our inner home. And she's reminding us a really important message, that true protection is no longer found through us trying to control or defend, but it's through a divine intervention and a deep self-nurturing. So this is a strong message and theme that I am receiving. And as the moon, as she temporarily becomes void of course, because what's happening here is she's not interacting with any other planets. She's fully pulling her energy within, her power within. So the external world quiets, and it's creating a space to recharge our inner waters. She's recharging her inner waters. So rather than asking what needs to happen next, this new moon asks what within you longs to be held, comforted, and understood. It's an invitation to replace constant doing with sacred being, and to cultivate stillness so profound that your next steps just arise naturally from the wisdom that already is living within you, within your blueprint. So we will have a Mercury in retrograde here that is going to influence us turning our attention towards communication, but this is communication of our own inner dialogue. Notice words that you continually speak to yourself. This is a powerful opportunity to forgive the past, to soften self-judgment, and to replace any limiting stories that you may notice that you're telling yourself with a more compassionate truth. Here, every loving thought becomes a blessing poured into your own inner waters. We also have Saturn here. And although Saturn may present some temporary obstacles, Saturn is the teacher. So any of these delays are not signs that you're off course. They're just invitations. They're invitations to strengthen our emotional foundation. So rather than forcing outcomes, allow yourself to embody these feminine qualities of hopeful expectation, of trusting what belongs to your soul is already making its way towards you. So, I'd like to invite you into a cosmic current download. And if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. And imagine yourself standing quietly upon the shoreline at dawn. Before you stretches an infinite ocean. It's calm and luminous beneath the new moon sky. There's nothing to chase, nothing to fix, nowhere to hurry. Simply breathe. Feel the archetypal mother wrapping you in gentle arms and reminding you that you are completely held. Every breath softens the noise of the mind until only silence remains. Within that silence, your heart begins to remember its own wisdom. Release every anxious thought into these sacred waters. Let forgiveness dissolve old stories. Let compassion wash over every hidden corner of your shadow. Trust that what is truly meant for you is already sailing towards your shore. And repeat quietly, I surrender to the wisdom of stillness. My heart is my sanctuary. Divine timing carries every blessing home to me. You may want to remain here for several breaths. Just allow your emotional waters to become clear and receptive. You are safe to go deeper into the dark depths of stillness within your shadow. Here, divine intervention replaces any need for protection. So, we're going to view this importantly from my Living Octaves deck. This is the 3D, and it's Octave 4, and I title it Structure. This is the temple of embodiment itself, right? So this is our lived reality. And this new moon in Cancer brings us into this as a sacred foundation within the temple of embodiment. It's a field of lived human experience. It's the place where spirit takes form through our daily choices, our rhythms, our relationships, our acts of devotion. So before consciousness can ever expand into higher octaves, it must first be anchored in a stable and nourishing foundation. So this Cancer new moon is here for that and reminds us that every lasting transformation begins within. The emotional healing, the self-love, the shadow work, the inner stillness that's explored through this cosmic current, it's not separate from our spiritual path. It's the very foundation upon which it's built. So as we courageously journey inward, embracing the shadow as a trusted teacher rather than any kind of enemy, we create this stable ground that allows our light to expand. This is structure in its highest expression. It's not rigid control. It's sacred support. And it's the rhythm of showing up for yourself with consistency, with patience and compassion. And it's a quiet discipline of returning to your heart each day, allowing integrity and devotion to shape a life that can truly sustain your soul's purpose. So as old structures dissolve and new ways of living begin to emerge, this octave reminds us that vision becomes reality only when it's supported by healthy foundations. Without inner grounding, expansion can lead to burnout, overwhelm, or rigidity. With a strong foundation, however, your energy field naturally strengthens, our intuition deepens, and our highest potential ripens in its own divine timing. So this is a core theme of foundation. And think of this as in sacred geometry, the cube, right? And I can recommend a crystal here for this, and that would be the quartz or smoky quartz. And the mastery we're looking for here is just grounding. And there's always a humor aspect in my Living Octaves Oracle deck, and this one is about you're always creating. So even when procrastinating, right? So to embody this practice, just create something small and stop before you notice perfection trying to creep in or perfection appearing. Now it's important that we're going to view this Cancer energy at its degrees. So its Sabian symbol is 22 degrees. And it's represented as a woman awaiting a sailboat. Wow, how perfect. So this is about the power of hopeful expectation. So the image of this Sabian symbol is a woman gazing toward the horizon. She teaches us that one of the deepest spiritual mysteries is that not all creation comes through force. It's not, she can't sit there and command the sailboat to arrive. She cannot control the wind unless you have some really amazing powers, which maybe some of you do. But she can only remain open in quiet expectancy. So what is being described here really is the receptive power of the divine feminine. It says magnetism, right? It's like rather than manifesting through effort, she magnetizes through coherence. And her faith becomes this magnetic field that gently draws life towards her. So this is what this new moon reminds us of, that this meditation that we do, or this deeper self-reflection and stillness within, it's not passive. It's actually very much creation itself. And when we can cultivate this inner silence, we stop projecting any fear into the future. We begin allowing our deepest soul qualities to emerge, which is always love and harmony and beauty and peace. And we allow that then to shape and unfold in our 3D lived experience, in our lives. So this is a complete shadow invitation. Cancer invites us to move towards what we normally avoid. The shadow work is not about fixing ourselves. It's about embracing every rejected aspect of our humanity with compassion. So whenever your mind wants to respond with, oh, anything but that, ... just pause, take a breath. And that reaction is just pointing, it's directing you towards a doorway to a new portal of your greatest healing potential. The shadow does not disappear through trying to control it into perfection, right? It never disappears. It's part of us. It just transforms through the acceptance of it. Through the acceptance of it being there in every aspect. I love a James Hillman quote. He beautifully observed and quoted, "In the shadow of the gods are the very gods themselves." Yes, so within every shadow lives an undiscovered light, just waiting for us to reclaim it. We had some animal spirit guidance come out when I pulled some cards on this reading, and it was the fish. And of course, water really wanted, obviously, to be present here in this Cancer new moon, being a water sign. And the fish reminds us to rest in the waters of peace, rather than becoming lost in these endless currents of distraction that really our 3D world can be filled with, right? So without having some kind of intention, we drift. This is what happens to the fish. And without a quiet intention, with a more quiet intention and inner intention, we flow. So the fish teaches this adaptability. It's really emotional balance. It's trust. Rather than scattering our energy among countless possibilities, right? All the fish in the sea, we choose one heartfelt intention in this new moon, and we nurture it gently. It's like small, consistent movement is what's creating this lasting transformation. And I have found this to be so true in my life. It's just this one consistent small step that goes to the next, to the next. It's just the spiral, right? It's the ever evolving, lasting transformation. So we have a incredible message here from Spirit, and Spirit came out as the sea serpent, this continual serpent creating this infinite circle within the waters, and it rises from the primordial waters to awaken this emotional healing and authentic expression. It's like as stillness reveals our deepest desires, that sea serpent wants to give it a voice. So it's here to say this current of inner stillness is creativity. It's emotional truth. It's sexuality. It's life force itself. And when it's balanced, we will be able to express ourselves in all of those ways without any shame or fear or self-judgment. And just notice, because where these things can become, these waters aren't flowing or become stagnant, that's where we may be blocked. So this new moon can support us. This new moon in Cancer offers complete forgiveness. That's what she's here to do. It's the Divine Mother. It's the waters that love every part of you equally. So allow them to wash away any old wounds so that your true nature can emerge. And we had a very powerful oracle message from the waters itself, and what came through was the wishing well. And, modern research it's there. It's exploring how intention and emotion and vibration influence the properties of water, right? And this beautiful reflection of this ancient understanding is that our inner world shapes the energetic field around us. It's just now being proven in science through the waters. And the wishing well reminds us that every loving thought we offer ourselves, it becomes a blessing carried through our own internal waters. The well is our waters, our internal waters. And with that rises helpful people, unexpected opportunities, heartfelt dreams. They began gathering around this frequency that we embody. So I'd like to read a Healing Waters affirmation. I receive all the gifts that life offers with an open heart and an open mind. I am surrounded by loving support. Everything is unfolding for my highest good. I am living my heart's deepest prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Kuan Yin has amazing blessing. So for those of you that stayed with us to hear this blessing from Kuan Yin, please let me know in the chat if it feels resonant for you. But this is the Tai Chi rising. Yeah. So this is what happens when we are willing to go deeper into that stillness, to realize that the divine intervention will replace any protection that we feel we need to go into this shadow. And she's here, and she reminds us as the divine feminine that every journey into the shadow expands the light we carry. Each time we choose compassion over fear, our energetic field grows stronger. Our intuition becomes clearer. Our presence becomes more coherent. Our thoughts carry greater creative power. And this only asks for responsibility to this, just awareness to this, responsibility that this is the work, this is our role, this is truly underneath all of our other unique individual blueprints. This is truly why we're here. And it's not about perfection. So continue nurturing your field through whatever meditation or prayer or healing practices or chanting or time in nature, whatever you do. But your heart will expand. And as your heart expands, your soul will naturally fulfill the deeper blueprint, the individual blueprint that it came here to embody. That's a powerful divine feminine reminder. And I thank Kuan Yin for being available to all of us. So in closing blessing here, may this Cancer new moon return you to the sacred sanctuary within your heart. May the waters of compassion soften every place that has become rigid with fear. May your shadow become a doorway rather than an obstacle. May it reveal the hidden gifts that are waiting to be claimed. And may you discover the quiet strength of hopeful expectation, trusting that what belongs to your soul is already making its way towards you. And as you rest in the stillness of the Divine Mother, may your inner waters become so clear that every thought, every word, and every intention flows from love, carrying blessings to yourself, to others, and to the world. So if this message resonates for you, please like and subscribe so that others may ride the currents home. And I'm sending so much love.